We're good? Alright, so again, most of you have this pretty well. This hand, right now we're not worried about, but obviously we're not using it. It's by our side, but this would be up here if we were doing the application, not just the kind of a kata. Alright? And so, yes, of course, you would have this hand up here to protect against a punch. As I step back, if I pull too much, he's going to take the step. And now I'm off balance. So you don't want to pull too much. So it's more in reaction to and along the timing as this grab happens. It's kind of like he's going like one. Yeah, he's the one that's pushing me into that position. So you see the timing on the reaction. So it's like as he grabs, that's when you should be. So that should be like an immediate step one. And based on your height and where you feel comfortable, this height is going to be determined with a little bit of pressure. And then when we step across, again, look what's happening. My elbow's not staying down. It's kind of coming up. So now I'm getting a little control of his elbow as well. So you see from here to here, as my fingers now are hooking into the thumb. And then as I bring this foot across, even though we're using this as a defense, it also implies that we can kick into that area. So if I'm way spread like this, how can I kick? All right? So it's really almost like that cat stance. So there should be no weight, or this should be empty in the front leg. So I could kick, control the heel, and use this to do any number of techniques that we'll add on later. All right? Don't need to worry about taking the hand off yet. And in fact, probably it's a good place for it. Is just leave it there until we need to. But we could pull it down and up as a shield as well, and that's kind of dependent on whether he's punching or not. So when we do applications with the 1-2 punch, and as soon as you can, you're going to get this up to kind of use as a shield. All right. Then, as I step across, if I come in too close, I get hit. If I go too far back, all right, like this, I'm getting him stretched out. But what's he want to do? He wants to, he's got hold of me. He wants to catch his balance somehow. All right. So we really just want to kind of feel like that, where that hollow is. All right. And then let's rotate here. So as I step across the center line, I want to be square, not lagging one leg forward or backwards. And the reason for that is if this leg is forward, he may fall on it, or he may gravitate to it as something, again, to grab onto because real-time fighting. All right? So we want to kind of be square. And again, this hand is midline and just the fingers down, no momentum. So you can see he's dropping in front of me instead of being pulled into giving him momentum where he could counter it. And I want to immediately take away the option of rolling towards him. Now it's too late. If I do it now, we're fighting. And if my legs are even like this at that time, he can easily pull me that way because I'm off balance. So that's why, again, if our legs are kind of in position like this as I step forward, now you can see that I have a wide a bow stance, and so I'm stable. And then with the second step, I can really compress the neck as we push a little bit with the knee and start changing off so that I can now, again, regain this bow stance rather than stand here. And you see a lot of people trying to finish the technique with both legs against the body, and it's very unstable position because he could, even though I'm trying to put pressure on him, he can still roll up on the shoulder. He can do a lot of things to create me to lose my balance. It's not over, and even this is not a submission. It's just like for the split second in order to do something else. But at this point, a lot of people end the technique and go, I've got control, but he's not done. He can absolutely not only get away, but counter me as well. It's very easy for him to, so go ahead and just sit up out of this. I had pressure on it, but it's not going to do anything. All right? So, again, all those little points when you say paint by the number, yes, this is kata. It's not how we would do an application against somebody grabbing your lapel, but it gives you a lot of little pieces so that later on when you put it together, it makes sense for more advanced application, which we'll be doing next. Okay? So we'll give them a